4-3 them? Is it 4-3 them? Okay.
All right. All right, so we're here in the round of 16 for the Wylie major here in Texas. So if you're tuning in, we have Caleb Cummings and Bradley Thompson playing against Luke Mowry and Zach Danyla. Zach, being an older player, hasn't played in over a year, but still wanting to come out to a tournament and have a good time. And it looks like they're going to take a break there, and it looks like they're actually going to be a force to reckon with here in this tournament. So it'll be interesting to see if he can come back and still win a game, even though he hasn't played in a long time. Going to give a quick post in Spikeball Roundnet Association. As Luke takes a big banger right there. Is it carry? Oh, okay, well, Luke makes him carry. Texas Roundnet. Oh my word. A bad touch there from Zach, and a nice backhand. Unfortunate there. A little bit of rust still on Zach's hits, but he's having fun.
You got your gaming setup going?
No, I can't hear you. Sorry, I was trying to promote the stream real quick. So we're here at 5s. We just rotated. Brad's going to serve it up. Boom, hits that nice angle. Beats Luke wide. Luke almost full out dives the ball, but it still doesn't quite reach it in time. Hopefully you guys can hear me over this wind here because it's kind of insane. A little bit of a windy day. The wind isn't too much of a factor today as Brad misses that first serve there. The bigger factor of today is going to be the heat for the most part. If anybody's curious, we have Carnage as the first seed, Y-Spike Triple Threat as second seed, Kevin and Frederick as third seed, and Y-Spike Butterfingers as fourth seed. As we get a somewhat bad service receive there from Zach, Luke tries to make a nice recovery set, but Zach isn't able to get there to hit it back on in time. So Brad and Caleb going to start taking a little bit of a lead here, not what you want to see if you are Luke and Zach. That's a good up right there, so it'll be a nice put away. Hits it into the rim. The set goes a little bit behind Luke, maybe pushed a little bit more by the wind, so he's not able to quite finish that ball there. That's going to be a third break in a row here. They're definitely going to need to stop it, or else Brad and Caleb are going to run away with this game. A drop there, Zach gets it up, a nice little set, and an easy put away. That's probably what should have happened last point, but didn't quite happen, so a good stop there from them. They're going to need some breaks to get him back into the game. As you can see, Caleb's kind of stretching off to the side there, so not sure if he's having any leg problems. This is only the first round of bracket, so hopefully not having problems this early. Going to have a pocket call there. Zach looks a little confused. He's a little bit behind time with pocket calls, so I'm not sure how confident he is coming out today with the lift calls. Lift calls have changed quite a bit in a year, so especially here in Texas. Goes for the drop. They're going to play it. Goes nice tweener. Luke almost gets a hand there, but not quite able to reach the height. He read it correctly, but wasn't able to quite get there. We're going to be rotating here, 9-6. Caleb up to serve here. Caleb is definitely the server that you want for this team. He's definitely probably the better server of Brad and Caleb, but he's also serving to Luke, who's a good serve receiver, especially the better one of the two on his team. So he's going to miss the first serve there. He's going to get a second one, though. Here we go. Second serve. Can he put it on? He goes for a drop, does not get it on either. Struggling a little bit with his consistency. It'd be nice to see him put on a little bit more of those, so we'll see how that progresses later into the series. Luke goes for the righty, gets a big lip. He's going to get another one here. You get two serves now for anyone who's like Zach Danyla and has not played in a long time. A nice serve there from Luke, but it's a good up from Caleb. Puts away the tweener. Zach's there to dig it up. Luke slips on the ground. Very frustrating play there. Zach with a beautiful up. He's in the exact right spot. Even though he hasn't played in a long time, he still knows positioning and how the game flows. So a great spot there. Unfortunate that Luke could not quite turn in time. I know you guys probably can't see it, but there is like some big lumps in the ground where Luke dug up the grass because he tried to turn so hard. And a nice drop finish there as well. So we're going to be heading in here 8-10. The lead is not too far away from him, but it's going to be hard to make up those extra breaks. Let's see if Zach can put on a serve here. Puts on a back lip. They're going to play it anyways. Brad puts it right into Zach's knee, and Zach is going to body block it. Oh, I thought it went back on the net. I guess not. I think Zach may have been over the cylinder there. We did teach him about the cylinder rule on Thursday, but he might not be used to it quite yet. Caleb's going to put on a serve there. Not a great serve receive, and not a great set. Makes it a hard hit. Luke usually gets those, but doesn't find the net there. Maybe just a little bit too much behind him rather than in front of him. So that's going to be another break for Brad and Caleb. They just keep getting these breaks one by one. And the game is starting to slowly float away from Zach and Luke here. Trying to see if I can cover up the mic from this wind. Save your ears a little bit. So we're going to get a big lipper there. Yeah, I don't know if it sounds windy on stream. Let's see if I can pull the stream on my phone and see how we're looking. Caleb to serve here.
Oh, the cylinder. Yeah. I've never heard of this. So the cylinder, it's a pretty new one. So if you're on defense.
Texas Roundnet, as we take a little bit of a break here, gotta get our balls together. Get all our ducks in a line. Luke to serve here. Let's see if he can get some breaks back. Puts on a serve, it's a big lip. So, Luke on a... Okay, so Luke is going to be obviously the breaker for this team. Zach Danyla has not played in a while, so it's definitely going to be more on Luke in order to get breaks for this team. But if he's not putting them on and they're just going to keep getting broken slowly one by one, it's going to be a hard game to win. And this definitely would be sad to see a first round exit here from this team. Yeah. Gets a nice angle on that serve there, and that's exactly what you want to see, is a nice angle there. It doesn't quite get a lot of cut, but just enough to get it outside of Brad's reach, and that's going to be a break for MD, and that's how they have to win this game, is getting breaks from Luke. Going again, goes for the drop, might have had Caleb. Caleb looked like he was on his back heels there. He goes for the drop, doesn't get it on the net. A little bit more consistency here is going to be key as we go continuing into this series. Luke's second serve, goes for the left, finds the back pocket. A little bit frustrated, but can't be too mad getting one break there at least. Looks like our tent is about to fly away. Our tent is staked down, so hopefully we're good. That would be very unfortunate if we flew away here. I'm not very good at flying. Brad serve here. That's going to be a pocket call there. Zach Danyla starting to look a little bit more comfortable on serve receive here. And just as I say that, gets aced immediately. Yeah, I honestly jinxed him there, which is my bad, Zach. I apologize if you're watching this at a later date. But yeah, just as I say that, he flubs one that comes right to his hand. Honestly, I think he just needs to focus more on just getting it up, just like that, rather than getting a good touch. Because Luke's an experienced player. If you give him time to get there, then he can at least have a chance to make a play. Whereas if you don't give him any time, then there's no chance at all. But a good receive there. That was a great drop, I believe, from Bradley there. And Luke does a great job to dive and get his arm under that and get a nice, decent up over to Zach so he can just have a nice put away. And a break there coming off of Zach. They just need to make them play as many points as possible, put on all of their serves. In order for Zach to thrive here, he's got to just put them all on. He's got some decent power behind his serve still. When we played on Thursday, he didn't have too much power, but it looks like he's starting to find it as he starts to get into tournament mode a little bit more. And it looks like he's having a good time too, which is good. I was worried that he was going to come back and be a little disappointed with his performance, but it looks like he's making the best of it and having a good time. Hits a rim there from Caleb. I don't know why, but I always want to call Caleb Chase. I don't know. It's because I remember why. I was doing a preview one time, and I searched Chase on Instagram, and a picture of Caleb came up, and I was like, oh, this is Chase, but no. Double fault there from Caleb, not Jace. Luke to serve here. He's going to have to find some breaks here before they get too late into the game. Finds a drop. That's a good drop there. Comes barely off the net. Caleb a little bit far back there. And that's what he's looking for. That's what he needs right now. He's going to have to pull him out 14-15. So you can't let this game get too far. Can't let it get too deep, or else Brad and Caleb are just going to take it. Goes for the lefty, doesn't quite find it. Finds the front rim. A little bit unfortunate there. But yeah, not a bad break. They get one more break at a time, so now only down by 2 while receiving. Brad's going to go there. A good set and a good hit. A nice lefty wrap from Luke there. Pulls it past Caleb's body defense. That's a good play. I was a little bit scared that Zach might botch that set for a little bit because his feet were in a little bit of a weird position, but he does a good job to put it on the net. It's going to serve here. It's going to be a big lip. Talking to me? Yeah, still 15-16 now as they double fault there. So let's see if Zach can take a break here. It'd be honestly so clutch if he took a break. Take a little bit of pressure off of Luke. Knocks the rim out there. Does not get the break, unfortunately. So it's going to be 17-15 now. Caleb serving to Zach is not what you want to see in this situation. If Caleb gets to serve on here, it's very likely Zach could get aced, just like that. So, yeah, that's a big break right there. Caleb is going to move the game to 18-15, and that's going to put him into the later portion of the game here. It's going to be very hard for Luke and Zach to come back. They're going to have a big, long run in order to come back here. Caleb goes for the cut serve, does not find the net. He's going to ask for the ball back as it rolls all the way down the field, right next to somebody who's not paying attention. Oh, we got him now. We got the ball back. Very clutch.
Score check.
Score report, Matt Cole and Grant win 21-14 over Jeremiah and Ryan Canfield. And Caleb finds another break there in this late portion of the game, and honestly I think that's kind of putting the nail in the coffin here. They get a touch there, not liking the call. Gonna call a big lip there. So he's gonna get a second serve. But yeah, this game's looking like it's gonna be a wrap for Brad and Caleb unless Luke can pull something out. And a good serve there. Luke dives.
Good hustle, man.
It's not quite close enough to the net for Zach to get it on. So that's going to be 20-15 for Caleb and Brad now for red. We'll see if they can just finish out the game here or if they're going to have to serve receive one more time. Misses the first serve. Got a clutch ball stop. Throws it back. Insane outplay on the ball retrieval. Caleb is serve here, second serve. Puts it on. Lips up in the back, I think. It's going to be a little bit of a disagreement there. I think they're just going to go ahead and end the game either way because the game seemed to be about over. So it's going to be 21-15. We'll see if we can put up a nice score for you here. Go to this. And we go to this. Boom. 21-15 from that first game. Honestly, not the worst game ever for Zach and Luke. All they have to do here is just not get broken as much and break more. That's honestly how you win every round net game, but I think the key here is going to be serve receive. If I were them, I would force the other team to drop a little bit more, maybe take a step back on Caleb, and maybe cheat right a little bit more on Brad. Brad does not have a reverse cut, so it's going to be a little harder for Brad to push or cut wide. I think they can step out right just a little bit more and then step back on Caleb, and I think that's how they get their serve receive a little bit more solid here. Luke, how you feeling after that game?
I think that last serve was a lip.
He thinks that last serve was a lip. Do you think it would have changed the course of the game?
Yes, I was about to have 4 aces.
Luke was about to have 4 aces after that lip at the end, he says. I have no call. I don't remember. Either way, I don't think
Yeah.
the game was in an unfortunate state. So.
For sure. They get killed.
But now you get to go into game 2.
Not bad.
Now you got to be amped up for game 2. You got to make it the reverse sweep here. That's what you got to do.
Yeah.
Yes, please. Where are you going?
Not surprised. Wherever you want, but I was going to Chick-fil-A.
Chick-fil-A is great. Can you get me a sandwich, and can you get Garrett a sandwich?
You just need to lay down.
I can Venmo you.
That's fine. It's in the cart. Y'all playing well, Brad? That's fine. Yeah.
Yeah, just a chicken sandwich meal. Just a chicken sandwich meal, like the number 1 or whatever it is.
Number 1 meal?
Yeah.
Okay, both you and Garrett.
Yes.
Do you want a number 1 meal as well? Who's your next?
And can you get Chick-fil-A sauce?
Okay, I'll try.
Clutch. Yeah.
So I'll just, so I don't forget.
All right, here we go. Sarabon. 2 times.
I think just because we're adding streaming, we're adding stats, and
Ability.
it's just a lot all at once.
Sandwich meal.
It looks legit. It's good. That's the thing. It's like
Is Garrett playing right now?
They should be. Everyone except. There's 2 teams that are. I think it's David and Nick.
Yeah, they're over there. But where's Garrett? He's not over there. Is Garrett over here? Is Garrett over here?
more balls.
I do not see Garrett. Logan, do you know where Garrett is? Or do you know? Is he over there? Garrett. Oh. All right.
I need some high brew. Do they have high brew at Chick-fil-A?
Well, no.
Yep, set up. So this is on
Iced coffee.
This is on Taser, so don't get
Original iced coffee. Large. We got you.
With
but only on-
large original
Iced coffee.
iced coffee
Yes.
plus
Getting food too.
Chick-fil-A sauce.
okay, I didn't know he finished.
Thank you.
If you're getting food, wait, what are you getting?
I'm getting you a Chick-fil-A sandwich meal.
Can I eat it? No pickles.
No, just take them off.
Can I get an 8-count chicken nugget? Can I get an 8-count chicken nuggets? No fries. Oh no, it's first. Alright, Caleb, you feeling good?
I think we're gonna get into game 2 here pretty soon. Waiting on Caleb. We are live. Where's Caleb? He's back there. Is Caleb feeling okay? Just taking his time? All right.
Talk bracket matchups. See the chat.
There's a chat? Oh, talk bracket matchup seed C. Okay, so let me pull up fuengo.io. Hashtag not a sponsor. I can tell you that the first seed was Carnage. So that's Luke Marshall and Rahul Murthy. Second seed is going to be Y-Spike Triple Threat. No, that's not it. This one. Second seed is going to be Y-Spike Triple Threat, which is Nick Noguez and David Louie. Third seed is going to be We Throw Stuff, which is Frederick Hinkle and Kevin Bailey. Fourth seed is going to be Y-Spike Butterfingers, which is Garrett Hornock and Colton Mowry. Fifth seed is Etc., which is Grant Laughlin and Matt Cole. Sixth seed is Incompetence Luke Marshall, which is Josh Weinbach and Ethan McWhirter. Seventh seed is Red, which is Caleb and Brad here on the stream. Eighth seed is Slammo, which I believe is... Who is that? Slammo. They are playing... I don't know who are they playing? Null? Slammo is... I don't know who Slammo is. You should probably know that. Okay, Slammo is somebody.
Slammo's playing us.
Do you know who Slammo is?
AJ and Seth.
AJ and Seth is Slammo. you're good to go. MD, which is a 9 seed, which is Luke and Zach here. And then we have, well, actually, I think the seeding is wrong on Point Go. Or no? Yes, Red had the 8 seed.
Yeah, I think so.
And Slamo had the 7th seed. After that, you probably don't know who anybody else is, so I'll save your time. Carnage versus Colton and Garrett should be a very fun semis. But we're going to head into game 2 here. So yeah, it's basically the big matchups are going to be Butterfingers versus Carnage, and then Triple Threat versus Frederick Hinkle and Kevin Bailey. Triple Threat, Nick and David actually beat Kevin and Frederick in pool play. I believe it was by 2 points, so a close game there. So definitely looking for revenge in that semifinals match. So you'll have to tell us which one you want to watch. I'm guessing it's probably going to be Carnage and Butterfingers. As Zach misses a set there, slightly off the net. Not what you want to see as we head into game 2. Dude, I think every time I've moved, my chair's ripped a little bit more. It's probably not going to have a chair by the end of the day. 2-0 here. Brad's going to put it up. They don't play the foot up. Would have been nice to see a nice foot up play there, but they don't go for it. Brad for the second serve. Off the rim there. Going to be a double fault. Also, let us know in the chat if it is way too windy, if the wind is just completely destroying your ears. We'll see if we can do anything. Likely not, though, so. It's going to be a front rim there from Zach. We'll see if he can put on one. He has a little bit of heat on the serve still. I don't think he has any cuts that I know of. So pretty straightforward server there. Maybe a little bit of natural cut if he swings hard enough. But it's going to be a double fall either way, so we won't get to know as we head deeper into this game. We had rags, these yellow rags out today to try and test whether or not they were going to be helpful for games. You clip them onto your phone and keep it from overheating. It's very hot in Texas here today. I believe it's 100 degrees. Doesn't look like anyone's using them, so hopefully no phones will be overheating and we can get out lots of content for you guys, as we have a great body up and a great set there, but does not put the hit back onto the net. Not what you want to see there. Very disappointing for Caleb there, as he could have had a nice break. Zach was waiting off the net, and it would be very hard for Caleb to get over Zach, considering he's, how tall is Zach?
6'6".
Like 6'6". So maybe a big sky ball there, but likely just scooped up by Zach and maybe converted back to Luke and Zach there. Nice little backhand push there from Brad as he puts it right over Colton, or right over Luke. Not a bad play there. It's going to be 4-2 here. We have a similar situation to what happened last game. As the ball rolls in. Oh, that was insane. We have a similar situation to last game where Brad and Caleb get up a few points early and just kind of hold those breaks all the way till the end of the game. So being up 4-2 here is kind of the same scenario, and it'll be interesting to see if Luke and Zach can actually fight back this time, or if they'll just slowly lose again like game 1. Brad double faults there, so it's going to be 3-4. They're not quite as far behind as last game, so that's a good sign, meaning that they'll have less room to come back from. But hopefully they can make a comeback in general, because that'd be very exciting to see. So we have Zach here to serve. Misses that first serve. See if he can get a second one. Here it goes, 3-4. Does not get it quite on. Swings from very high up. That's going to be, I can see a lot of disagreements coming from his serve as he serves from higher up, so it could be harder to tell if things are lip or not, but interesting to see. I'd be interested to ask him how that's been all day, as Caleb puts a cut serve by him. Not too familiar with these newer style of cut serves where the cut serves are no longer slow like they used to be. Cut serves are very fast, so Caleb puts one by him there to build their lead just a little bit more like last game, just one break at a time. And honestly, going to need a big hold here from Luke Mowry. Gets a big lip there. Got another one. Ball's coming back in. We'll see if Luke can get it. When I play Caleb, I just scoot back, and you can see there Luke is decently far back. Puts on the drop. Luke is there. knew it was coming, and just puts it right between the middle of Caleb and Brad. Honestly, there it looked like Luke sort of baited him a little bit. Looked like he purposely scooted back to try and bait the drop. Luke, pretty well known in Texas for not able to be aced by drops. He generally gets to most all of them, and if he doesn't, it has to be a very good drop for him to not get there. So you can tell he's definitely comfortable receiving that drop, and would definitely prefer it over a hard cut serve. As he gets a nice serve there and a decent recovery set there from Brad, but Caleb kind of falls to the ground as he hits there, and it looks like he might be cramping on the ground here.
Hey, Brad.
Does he need some? Yeah, let's get him some pickle juice, get him some water, get him some Gatorade. Oh, he twisted his ankle, so not cramping, a little bit of an ankle twist there. It did look a little strange when he missed that ball because
Yeah, you go.
it's going to get some water here, try to cool down a little bit in this hot Texas heat. We'll see how hot it actually is here as we have a little break.
It's gotta be 103.
It is, the weather app says 100 with 102 at 3 p.m. Feels like 113. So it is a little bit of a scorcher today. As you can see the sky, there is no clouds. I literally cannot, I don't think I've seen a cloud all day, actually. So it's very hot outside today. Hopefully everyone will stay nice and hydrated, and we won't have any problems with overheating or heat exhaustion. But you never can tell. Sometimes it's hard to tell when you're getting overheated. Sometimes you're too into the game and you don't realize that you're very dehydrated, and so sometimes it can be okay to take a break like this and just get some water in you, reset your mental state, and then get back to playing. Looks like he's doing okay here as he stands up. Putting some pressure on it there. Seeing how it feels. Knowing Caleb, he's probably not someone who's going to want to forfeit a game. So I'm guessing he'll try to continue as best he can until he can't anymore. Walking around on it, it seems like he's doing alright. Twisted his ankle. So I think he's just going to take his time getting back into this, which is good. You don't want to overdo it. Make sure you're okay before you continue. That's the main reason I'm not playing in this tournament today. Is I hurt my back last weekend. And it was a pretty minor injury, but I did not want to make it into a major injury by playing a whole day of round net. So definitely want to play it smart when it comes to injuries. That way you don't have to sit out any longer than you would have to originally. So just take a nice intermission here. Seth, what are your thoughts on this game so far?
Well, I think the big thing is going to be how to stop Caleb's serve, which right now with him being injured is looking pretty good for MD. But I think Zach's lack of, although he's a great player, his time away has definitely made him a little bit easier to ace or a little bit more prone to errors. And so I think it's really going to be which team can make the least amount of errors.
Yeah.
Because both of these teams are really good.
Yeah, especially probably, I mean, he's probably played Brad. Brad's been around for a long time, but especially never having played Caleb, it's definitely going to be a lot harder for him. Because once you play people a lot, you kind of know the hand positioning, you kind of know where the ball is going to come. So he just doesn't have that extra experience of playing Caleb like the other players have. At the same time, they don't have the experience of playing him, but he's not as much of a threat since he hasn't been playing for a long time. And it looks like we're going to get back into it here. Caleb's starting to feel a little bit better, so he's going to try to play here again. Hopefully all will go well, and it was just a one-time little hiccup. Yeah, we'll get right back into it right here. I think it's going to be Caleb serving here, or Luke serving here. Score is 5-6. Talking about the score, making sure they have it all right. Talking about something. Probably talking about nothing. Alright, are we gonna start it up here?
5-6.
Okay, they did not know the score. We got him corrected here. 5-6. Luke to serve. Goes for the left. Almost gets a really nice cut serve there, but does not quite find it onto the net. Hits the front rim instead. He's going to go for a second serve here. Goes for the drop. Barely does not find it. I think hits a little bit of the rim on the side there. A little bit unfortunate, but not the end of the world. Still early in the game. Brad serve there, hits the front rim. Luke dives out for a nice touch. We second serve here. Let's see if Brad is going to take another break, or if they can keep him held down. That's going to be a front rim. So not. They might have to get back into the game a little bit here. Might have taken a little bit too long of a break on that timeout. Zach going to come back and absolutely blast the ball. Unfortunately, lipping. I feel like that's probably been happening to him all day. Just hitting that back pocket. It is 6-7 now, yeah. Logan Cornelius flying in all the way from California just to be here.
Fire drive.
Logan did not fly in here. He teleported. Logan teleported here from California. Did not come into contact with any person ever. Has never talked to anybody. Has definitely never hugged anybody. Because we're not feeling the love today. Chat's up here.
Any questions in the chat?
No questions in the chat. If chat has questions, they are welcome to ask questions. Caleb blasted him with an ace.
Dan Bentwitz is on.
Dan Bentwitz, yep. It's a funny name.
Well,
Caleb to serve here again. Looking for another break.
Dan Danto.
Looks like his ankle isn't too big of a factor. Gets a nice push there.
yeah.
Brad gets a nice up. A decent set there across from the net. Not what you want to see. Did
Good
not
luck,
give Brad
Brad.
quite enough time. As it kind of just deflects off his hand there. Kind of forgot to give it that extra umph to give Brad the time. And then also sets it across the net. So Brad has to go around the net and then hit backwards, which just makes it even that much harder. So even if he could have got it on, it probably wouldn't have been a great on. And Luke and Zach likely would have scooped it up, considering they're both pretty decent at defense. Luke to serve here, gets a nice lefty on there. It's going to call it a lip there. I agree, did pop up a little bit on that backside. But it was a nice looking lefty for a little bit there. For a quick minute, it looked okay, but then it was not. Will he ever get to his second serve? Here we go. Goes for the drop. Caleb's there to scoop it up. A good set from Brad and a nice easy put away. Caleb just hits it as hard as he can. Honestly, not the best drop there from Luke. Could have been a little bit better, but Caleb does a good job just to scoop it up.
You know what's a good score check to look at?
Oh.
Which one?
Yeah,
That's a good game. That's a streamable game as well.
That was another streamable game.
Overall, he's gotten a ton for sure.
Yeah, Ethan's pretty good now.
I'd say
It's up.
7-10.
Yeah, we have it as 10-7. Yeah. Yeah, Ethan's gotten a lot better serve, and then just his consistency in general has gotten a lot better. So.
he still has to be more consistent on the serve. but
Yeah.
Everything else.
Yeah, if he had better serve consistency, he'd be a really good player. A nice set there and a big blast from Zach Danyla, no surprise. They're gonna,
In the top 15 if he's consistent.
yeah. Ethan, if his serve is on, Ethan's definitely premier level. I mean, even with his serve off, I would say he's pretty close, if not at premier level. Kevin's stretching out in the background. I don't think you guys can see it.
We might all be stretching out.
But yeah, a lot of heat here today. So we bought extra bananas. I believe we bought 26 bundles of bananas. So a ton of bananas. Probably like 100 bananas. also have pickle juice. So if people are cramping, we did have the tools necessary for them, but it's still just either they didn't use those tools or it's just unfortunate.
Then that leaves Ethan with no one. But they work well together. Ethan is not good with Luke Martin.
Oi! Too loud. Trying to stream here.
Sorry, dude.
Thank you. Luke here. He's gonna be serving it up. Did they just take a break there? Or no? They just held. So he's gonna fault there for sure. As we move in, yeah, it's 12-9 now. They're moving into this middle portion of the game. They're gonna have to find some breaks, or else it's just gonna be another repeat of game 1. And it's just not gonna happen. Good serve there and a good set. He pushes it straight out. Zach is showing himself to still be a good hitter, even though he hasn't played in like over a year. He's still proving to be a top tier hitter, regardless. Gets a nice serve there. Gets a good body up into Brad. It's likely that they'll have to redo it. Caleb doesn't like the redo call, but I mean, it's very suitable that Luke could have just dove and got the touch. So I think you do have to redo that there. That was a good body up from Zach. Would have loved to see a play off of it. It's unfortunate that got hindered. So 10-7 here again. The redo. Lobster traps that time. Zach losing his balance a little bit, or maybe just getting too excited. He's wearing his Artificial Flavors jersey. I wonder how long it's been since he's worn that jersey last. Probably like a couple years. So 13-10 here. Unfortunate that they had to redo that one, but Caleb takes another break there. Luke, his hand is in the right place, but just doesn't make correct contact. I think catches his thumb a little bit and goes down. A nice high up there. Going to have a hinder call. There's Luke runs for the ball straight into Caleb. So that's unfortunate. Would have loved to see a nice set off of that, or maybe a break, but Caleb going to have to redo his serve here. 14-10. Up 4 breaks. Push that first one into the rim. We'll see if they can stretch their lead even further. The game is starting to look a little bit solidified as we head into the later stages.
Avoidable hinder, take the point.
Avoidable hinder?
Caleb just walked into him as he was
Yeah.
and I just sat there and got my point, thank you. Can't walk into me as I try to make a set.
I don't know what happened. I wasn't watching that side. I was watching the serve receive. It's going to lift up that second one, so it's going to be 1-4. Going to need a big run here from Luke. Let's see if he can pull something out. Maybe pull out a few drops. Gets that one. There's going to be a call. Not sure what the call was there. You know what the call was there, Fred?
No, I didn't watch the point.
Okay. Well, I didn't know what the call was. That one's going to be a lip. A little bit unfortunate. Maybe the first one nicked the rim on the side, or we just didn't have the angle on the pocket. So we're going to get over here to 5-1. It's going to be a nice serve, a nice easy up. Oh, bad set there. Luke gets it on. It's going to be a 1-2-3. Should be right here. I think Zach gets a touch. Luke dives, and Zach puts it on over Caleb. A great play there, keeping the ball alive and putting it over Caleb there. That's a great hit from Zach. To notice that the defender was kind of in no man's land right there and just puts it over him and puts it away. Honestly, great there for Luke to not only dive twice, but to dive one time and keep the point alive at the beginning, and then dive the second time for a nice set for Zach to just crush away. So now it's going to be 2-5. Zach Danyla to serve here. They're going to need some more breaks in order to stay into this game. Although that was a great play, that play was on defense, or that was on the receiving. They were receiving on that play, so it's not going to be a break. Although it was a good play, which is unfortunate. But now what they need to do is just get it onto the net, so they at least have a chance at making a break. Does not find it. Goes for the lefty there. I haven't seen Zach go for a lefty. He tried it maybe once, maybe twice yesterday. So an interesting lefty there. Maybe could have been good. It did look a little bit bit slow, so I'm not sure how much of a threat it would have been. It's a nice spot to win. Luke's a nice set, and Zach just crushes it away nice and easy. Pretty strong set there from Luke, especially with the wind picking up at the exact moment that the ball was going away from him. So great control there to just get the ball back to the net and let Zach just crush it away. As he goes to the lefty, he hits that front rim, not able to quite get it on. He's going to need to start putting it on here or else it is over. And I've said that probably a million times at this point, but that's really what they need to do is they need to get this ball on the net. There it is. It's on the net now. Brad gets it up with a decent set. He's going to put the tweener in there. I believe it rolls up there on the backside. I think Zach Danyla could have been there for the touch, but rotates a little bit too far, maybe not expecting the tweener. So it's going to be 17-13 now. Red starting to run away with this game as it nears its end. Let's see if they can put the nail in the coffin here. It's going to be a nice up from Luke and a nice easy set. Caleb with the touch. Brad shanks the set. I think he's staring into the sun there, which I think influenced the play. Now what you want to see there, at least try to get a little bit back towards the net so that Caleb at least has a chance to hit it on. Zach puts it into the rim. They look like they want to play it. Brad does not. So Zach's going to serve a second time here. Caleb stretches out his calf a little bit there, starting to maybe cramp up a little bit. Zach to serve again here. Goes for the drop, hits it a little bit too hard. Doesn't put it on the net, so it's going to be 18-14. Caleb serving to Zach here. If Caleb puts this on, it's likely an ace. Drops it. Zach opts to go for the foot play. I think his cleats get stuck in the ground, so he doesn't quite reach it. Honestly, I think he was there just to stick his hand out. But I think to him, maybe the drop looked a little bit better than it was. So it goes for the foot. Caleb going to drop here too. Luke wants it. He's diving in every single time. He is allergic to grass, but he doesn't care. He will go for that dive every single time that there's a drop. Caleb here serves it. Luke calls no. Thinks it's back pocket. I agree with the call. Luke here to serve 15-19. His last chance to serve. Swings hard, but makes himself. Unfortunate. That's not what you want to see. You don't want to see a self-make here at 15-19. Gets that second one on, jams Caleb. That's the break they're looking for, 6-9. It's a nice serve there. Gets that nice front pocket, stays nice and low. It's going to be 16-19. Luke wants the comeback to happen, but let's see if we can do it. Gets another one on. That's going to go past Brad to the right. Luke is feeling himself. He is going right now. He's ready to go. Give him one more ball. Ball rolls in, ices Luke. It's getting intense. It is 7-9. Luke's going to be serving here. Lefty goes into the rim. It's his last chance right here. One more serve. Does not get that one on either. A little bit of intensity coming into that serve, a little bit of pressure, not able to fight through it all the way. So it is going to be 2017. Lead was just a little bit too big for them to come back from. It's going to be 2017 here. Luke's going to take his shirt off. He's getting serious. No more playing around here. Luke cannot be held back by his shirt any longer. He is a free man. Oh yeah. Dude, when you go shirtless, it's a whole nother level. Brad puts on a lefty here. Zach gets a nice up. Luke just puts it right over the net, and Zach swats it away, comes into his knees a little bit, and is unable to finish it. So that's going to be 2017. A better showing from the first game, but unable to pull out the victory. So victory for Caleb and Brad there. Luke pops off a little bit, but not quite enough. Unfortunate there. GG's all around. A pretty good series. Not too bad. We will keep you guys updated on what the next game is going to be, but for now we are going to switch to a little bit of a break, so stay tuned for the quarterfinals matchup. Thank you guys.